Right on time, 1:15. I like it. I like it. All right, well, we're joined now by redshirt sophomore safety Michael Dowell. We'll take questions in the chat. We have about 10 minutes. If anybody has any questions, throw it in the chat and we'll get started. We'll start with Matt Wenzel with M Live.
Hey, Michael, just wondering, making your first start last week, how you've seen your role kind of progress over the last couple of seasons and what it's like playing in the, being able to play, like Mel talked about, multiple spots in a new defensive scheme.
Yeah, like you said, making my first start last week was a great experience. To kind of be out there for the majority of the defense snaps was also, something, I really appreciate. It was obviously a milestone, to be a starter or to start here at Michigan State. Being able to play a lot of different positions, we run more of a 4-2-5 here at Michigan State, getting more DBs on the field, it's just helpful. And I think, as a whole defense, we're doing a really good job just embracing that.
Did you hear from your brothers after the game?
Yeah, I told them, before the game that, I was probably gonna get the start. And then, they just keep always trying to coach me up, always trying to, critique things, give me coaching points and things like that because, they were starters here for multiple years, and that's the level that I'm trying to get to and trying to strive for.
Thanks, Michael.
Yep.
Our next question goes to Stephen Brooks with 24/7 Sports.
Hey, Michael, hope you're doing well. I wanted to ask you about this nickel spot that's in this defense. You've played there a bit. I don't think it's the only spot. I know it's not the only spot you played. Just as a defensive back, what's demanded of that position? What sort of skill sets and qualities are needed there? I asked Coach Tucker the same thing. He talked about like versatility and just sort of being able to do it all. Just what's your read on that position and what it takes to be good at that spot?
Yeah, I think, we have a lot of guys in our defensive backfield that can play that spot, our defensive backs room that can play that spot. But that spot, it's a hybrid between a linebacker, corner type safety. So just being able to do a lot of different things, like Coach Tucker said, be able to cover, run, have a high football IQ, I think are all tangibles that go with that spot.
Thank you. Appreciate it, man.
Next question goes to Chris Solar, the Detroit Free Press.
Michael, good seeing you. From a standpoint of preparing to make that shift into the 4-2-5, how did you guys approach that during the spring and summer? When did Coach Tucker say that's where we're going and that's what you guys need to start focusing on? And how were you able to do that without really getting on the field until September in a large capacity?
Yeah, I think, all quarantine, we were back at home, just kind of breaking down our, especially with Coach Tress coaching the safeties and nickels, not just, you're doing this on this player, on this coverage, but why you're doing it, kind of having the understanding behind why everything is happening in this defense has really helped everyone in our defensive backfield.
When did you guys learn that you guys were making that shift? And I guess from a defensive back standpoint, how do you embrace that? I mean, I imagine the more that you have, the better the speed, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, we learned that fairly early. I think before we went home for quarantine, we kind of knew we were running a 4-2-5. And then as a defensive backfield, we just all embraced it. Trey, Xavier, those guys, we've all just been trying to help each other, just trying to coach each other up when we're on the sideline or in the game.
Our next question goes to Audrey Dahlgren with WLNS.
Hi, Michael. We asked, or I guess I should say, Coach Tucker brought up an interesting thing about attitude and dealing with the truth in a sense. And what are those conversations like at practice? I guess, week 5 into the season, and then with a 1-3 record, what does he mean when he comes, being realistic with the truth?
Mm-hmm. I think, what he says about that is, he always preaches then, now, next. So, right now we're in a situation where, yeah, we are 1-3, but, what can we do next? The next thing we could do, we could go to practice today, we could prepare for Maryland, and we could just keep trying to get better. So just kind of facing what the situation that we're in, but also embracing the opportunities that we have left.
what are your thoughts just generally too on Coach Tucker and the new staff and what they have brought to the table versus, I guess, well, what's your thought in general just with Coach Tucker and the new staff?
Yeah, Coach Tucker, he's a great guy. He's brought a lot of new staff members. I work most with Coach Tressel, and that was someone who was on the previous staff. But a lot of the guys that Coach Tucker has brought over has just really been a light to the program. I'm happy they're here with us.
Thank you.
Our next question goes to Rico Cooney with Spartan Magazine.
Hey, Michael, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
Hey, talk to me a little bit about, I guess, your prep and knowing that, you could be in one of three positions, and then talk a little bit about how much your brothers helped you prepare for this role as far as, they always had a just do your job kind of mentality when they were here. So talk a little bit about that, and I guess how much that helped you be able to get in this situation where not only you start, but you're the coaches trust you as far as responsibility for three different positions.
Yeah, I think that, that just comes down to preparation. That started off all the way back in quarantine, just trying to learn as much of this new defense as I could, I think has really helped me. And then also having my brothers, a lot of things that they just try to tell me is just, keep working, just keep going, it doesn't matter where you're at right now, just keep working and things will, work out for you.
And just as a quick follow-up for that, your brothers used to always talk about the competition that they shared just, inside the team. So how much do they push you as far as that competition is concerned in the Dowell household?
Yeah. My dad, he always says like a push-pull effect, that I push them and they pull me. So there's a lot of competition. I told Coach Tucker the other day, we have, as a team, we missed spring ball, but back at home during quarantine, it was like me and my brothers, we almost had a spring ball because we had half of the back seven, so we were doing walkthroughs, we were talking about different things. So the competition between me and them, even if they're not up here, always is going to exist, and it's always going to make us each better, no matter what we're dealing with or no matter what fashion of life that we're in.
Okay, thank you.
Like we have time for a couple more. We'll go to Stephen Brooks with 24/7 Sports.
Hey, Michael, I don't know if it's you as much as your brothers maybe, but I think you guys all know Sean Crawford, who over at Notre Dame, and he's played a lot of nickel. I don't know. I was just curious if you've talked to him much about that position. Obviously, you guys are sort of different builds and everything, but that's a position I know he had played for a long time over there. Have you got any tips from him?
I haven't really talked to him too much about that position. But yeah, Sean's a great friend of ours, and we work out with him when we go back home and things. But I haven't really talked to him too much about that position.
Gotcha. Thank you.
For our last question, we'll go to Chris Solar, the Detroit Free Press.
Kind of, obviously, you guys, when everything restarted again, you jumped into the daily testing regimen. How has that been? I mean, kind of walk us through what a daily testing protocol is like for you guys, and how you guys go through each day, each week, pregame, postgame with that.
Yeah, so during this time, it's obviously blessed. We're all blessed to play, whatever opportunity we get. And the testing is a big part of that. So what the testing looks like is we come in at the same time every day, and you do a little nose swab to test. You have to wait about 15 minutes to get your results, and you carry on throughout the day. But it's really, sometimes you got to take yourself out of the situation and realize how blessed, we are in a pandemic to get tested every day. And that's something, I'm really thankful for.
Sounds good. Well, Michael, I really appreciate you joining us today. I know you got a busy schedule getting ready for meetings and practice. So thanks for taking the time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thanks, Michael.
Thank you.
Thanks, Michael. Thanks, Ben.
Thanks, Ben.
Thank you for